The sun was sinking behind the Aravalli Hills when the first footsteps echoed through the abandoned streets of Bhangarh, soft yet deliberate, as if the land itself was breathing after centuries of silence. The old buildings stood like tired guardians, their cracked walls stained with time, secrets, and sorrow, watching every visitor who dared cross the invisible line between history and haunting. Long before night claimed the sky, the air grew heavier, carrying whispers that did not belong to the wind. Travelers often said Bhangarh looked peaceful from afar, but once inside, every stone felt alive, every shadow seemed to remember something it did not wish to forget. The ruins of temples, markets, and palaces leaned into one another like conspirators, sharing stories of a thriving town that once pulsed with laughter, trade, and devotion. As footsteps moved deeper into the heart of the fort, the silence broke, not with sound, but with presence. Doors without hinges seemed to creak in memory, staircases led nowhere, and windows framed nothing but darkness. Legends spoke of a curse, but the buildings themselves were the true storytellers, etched with scars of betrayal, forbidden love, and unfulfilled prayers. It was said that after sunset, the spirits of Bhangarh wandered freely, retracing paths they once walked in life. Their footsteps overlapping with those of the living. Near the old palace, the echo grew louder, multiplying, as if many were walking at once, royals, servants, soldiers, and lovers bound by fate. The ground felt cold, unnaturally cold, even in summer, and every step forward felt like stepping backward in time. Visitors often claimed they felt watched, not with malice, but with longing, as if the souls trapped here wished to be remembered, their stories told rather than forgotten. The walls whispered warnings, not in words but in fear that crept under the skin. A sudden gust stirred dust across the courtyard, forming fleeting shapes, faces that vanished the moment one tried to focus. This was not a place that attacked, it was a place that followed, silently, patiently, until fear bloomed in the heart. The footsteps slowed, hesitated, then continued, drawn forward by curiosity stronger than dread. Somewhere deep within the ruins, a bell rang without being touched, marking the beginning of night, and with it, the awakening of Bhangarh. Those who tell these stories believe that listening keeps the spirits alive, and that sharing them gives purpose to the echoes. As the darkness thickened, one truth became clear: Bhangarh does not want silence, it wants an audience, and only those willing to hear its footsteps will ever truly understand its curse. Night wrapped Bhangarh in a veil of shadows, and with it came the unmistakable feeling that the old buildings were no longer empty. The footsteps returned, clearer now, pacing through narrow alleys and open courtyards, sometimes beside you, sometimes just behind, never revealing their source. Moonlight spilled across broken arches, illuminating carvings worn smooth by countless hands long turned to dust. The ruins felt restless, as if the past was replaying itself again and again, trapped in an endless loop. Legends told of a magician whose forbidden desire cursed the town, but standing among these buildings, it felt far more complex, like the curse was born from collective grief rather than a single act. The palace walls absorbed every scream, every prayer, every betrayal, and now they released them in fragments, a sob here, a laugh there, a sudden chill that made the heart race. Footsteps echoed on stairways that collapsed centuries ago, proving that what walked here now was not bound by stone or time. Some say the spirits follow visitors, drawn to warmth and breath, while others believe they are simply reenacting their final days, unaware that their world has ended. Near the temple ruins, the air vibrated with devotion long forgotten, and for a moment, peace replaced fear, as if the souls were begging to be seen not as monsters, but as memories. Yet the calm never lasted. A sharp knock against stone, a sudden rush of wind, and the sense of being surrounded returned stronger than before. The old buildings loomed closer, their shadows stretching unnaturally, guiding every step toward the exit, as if even Bhangarh knew the living did not belong after dark. As dawn approached, the footsteps began to fade, one by one, retreating into walls, floors, and broken doorways. The town exhaled, settling back into stillness, leaving behind only unanswered questions and a lingering chill. Those who escape carry the echoes with them forever, replaying in dreams and quiet moments, compelled to tell others what they felt rather than what they saw. And that is how Bhangarh survives, not through ruins alone, but through stories passed from voice to voice. If you felt those footsteps while listening, if your heart raced even in safety, then you have already walked among the old buildings of Bhangarh. Stay with us, subscribe, and keep listening, because some stories refuse to rest, and the footsteps are never truly gone.